Okay, so Facebook, or Meta as they're calling themselves these days, they're really changing things up, how they're handling information online. We've got a bunch of articles here that kind of dig into all the details of like these new policies. And it really makes you wonder, like, what does this mean,
Mhm.
for all of us, really?
Yeah, what's really interesting to me is that this is part of a much bigger conversation happening right now about who gets to decide what's true online, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
And it's not just some, theoretical debate. It's like this directly affects, what we all see every single day in our feeds, right? Like, how do we even know what to trust anymore?
It really gets to the heart of, how we're dealing with the truth, online. The
Yeah.
truth is changing.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, so to start things off, I guess, one of the biggest changes is that Facebook's getting rid of those third-party fact checkers. They've been using them since, 2016?
Right.
Remember all that stuff during the election?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zuckerberg's basically saying that the whole system has become too complicated, that too much harmless stuff is getting censored. He's calling it like a return to Facebook's roots, like a renewed focus on free expression.
And that's where things get really interesting. Because on the surface, promoting free expressions sounds good, right? Like, who's against free speech? But, you have to think about the potential for misinformation to just spread like wildfire.
Yeah, that's what a lot of these articles are talking about.
Yeah.
So what are they using instead of the fact checkers then?
So they're moving to this community-driven thing called Community Notes, which is kind of like what Elon Musk did on X, Twitter. Basically, users can add context and clarify stuff in posts. And here's the thing, the algorithm actually prioritizes notes with agreement from users who usually disagree. It's like they're trying to get a consensus from all these different viewpoints.
So instead of a few organizations calling the shots, it's like they're giving the power to the users.
Exactly. Yeah, they're basically crowdsourcing fact-checking.
Yeah.
And, betting that the wisdom of the crowd will be able to filter out all the BS.
We'll see if that actually works. I mean, some of these articles have their doubts, but it's definitely a big change from how things were.
Oh, for sure. And it's going to be fascinating to see if this actually works, if they can fight misinformation without creating, the same echo chambers and biases that they've been criticized for.
Okay, so we've got these community notes, but Meta isn't stopping there, right? They've got like a whole list of other policy changes too.
Yeah, one of the biggest ones is that they're going to lift restrictions on certain topics, things they consider like mainstream discourse. Stuff like immigration, gender identity, all those potentially, sensitive subjects.
Oh, so more open discussion on those hot button issues. Doesn't that sound like a recipe for disaster?
Well, some people are worried about that, for sure. Critics are saying it could lead to more hate speech and harassment. But Facebook says they're still going to crack down on illegal and harmful content, like anything related to drugs, terrorism, child exploitation, fraud, all that stuff.
So they're trying to walk that line between free speech and protecting people.
Yeah, exactly. And they're also going to personalize political content more. So what you see in your feed will be based on who you follow, what you like, and get this political content you might like.
So if you're always looking at political stuff, you're going to see more of it. Sounds like an echo chamber waiting to happen.
That's a big concern. Personalized content can be good in some cases, but with politics, it could just make those biases worse.
Yeah.
Create these filter bubbles where you only see stuff that agrees with you.
So you're less likely to see different viewpoints.
Yeah.
And more likely to just get stuck in your own little corner.
Exactly. And that can be really bad for, having real conversations and finding common ground on important issues.
Okay, so we've got community notes, we've got potentially more controversial topics, we've got personalized political content. What else is Meta doing?
Oh, they're also tackling misleading health information, which has been a big problem on social media. They're going to downrank posts that have false or unsubstantiated health claims, especially stuff promoting those dangerous cures or whatever,
Yeah, about time. Misinformation about health can be really
For
dangerous.
sure. And it's not just content policies either. They're updating their terms of service, too.
Anything important in there?
Well, they're making it clear that they're not selling your data, but they are using it a lot for targeted advertising and research and development, including AI. Oh, and they're adding this new thing where you can choose a legacy contact, someone who can manage your account after you die.
Wow. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes sense. Got to think about what happens to our online stuff after we're gone.
It's a good reminder that our online lives have real consequences. We need to be careful about how our data is being used and plan for the future.
Okay, so big picture. Facebook is making some huge changes here. But what does it all mean?
That's the question, isn't it? These changes are a big shift in how they handle content, and the consequences could be huge.
I mean, some experts are saying this is a good thing, more free speech, more power to the users, but others are worried about misinformation and more division.
Yeah, it's too early to say what will happen. But one thing's for sure, we're in uncharted territory here. And it's really important to understand these changes and talk about what they could mean.
Yeah, because this affects all of us. We need to be part of this conversation.
Exactly. And that's what we're trying to do here, understand these changes and give you the knowledge to navigate this crazy digital world. I mean, it's almost like they're running this huge experiment, like what's okay online and how much power should users really have?
And we're all part of it.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And this could change the whole internet. You know how other platforms deal with content?
It's crazy to think about how big this could be. But let's focus on the specifics for a second. Of all these changes, what do you think is the most important?
I think the community notes thing has the potential to change things the most, for better or worse.
Because it's such a different way of checking content.
Yeah, exactly. We're not relying on those experts or institutions anymore. It's more like a decentralized, crowdsourced approach.
Like giving the keys to the people.
Yeah, and that's both exciting and scary. It could give users more power and make things more democratic. But can the average person really tell what's true and what's not?
Especially with all the misinformation out there.
Exactly. So we have to see how it actually works. Will community notes really show different viewpoints and give accurate context? Or will it just become another place for fighting and manipulation?
Some people are saying that community notes are just a way for Facebook to avoid responsibility.
Yeah, I can see that. By making users do the fact-checking, Facebook doesn't have to be responsible for what's shared.
So if there's a ton of misinformation, they can just say, hey, it's not our fault. The community thought it was true.
Yeah, and that brings up some ethical questions. What is the role of these platforms? What are they responsible for?
And it makes you wonder about bias in the community notes, too.
Oh, absolutely. Even with the algorithm trying to get different viewpoints, there's still a chance that some groups could take over and silence others.
Especially if they're more organized or know how to use the system.
Right. It's like anything else. People will try to find ways to manipulate it for their own benefit.
So it could just become another echo chamber, just disguised as community consensus.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. It's something we all need to keep an eye on, users, researchers, and policymakers.
Let's talk about them lifting restrictions on certain topics, like immigration and gender identity. Isn't that just asking for trouble? More hate speech and harassment.
It's a valid concern, and Facebook needs to address it. They say they'll still enforce the rules against illegal and harmful content. But do they really have the resources to moderate all these discussions?
Because, let's be honest, Facebook hasn't always done a great job with content moderation.
True. They've been slow to react and haven't always applied the rules fairly.
So people are skeptical that they can handle all this controversial content.
And they have a right to be. It's not just about taking down bad content after the fact. It's about creating a culture of respect where people feel safe to speak their minds.
And that's tough for any platform.
Yeah.
Especially one with billions of users.
It is. They need to change how they think about content moderation. Not just reacting, but actually trying to create a healthy environment.
Sounds like they want it both ways. They want to be seen as pro-free speech, but also responsible.
It's a tough balance. And they haven't always been great at it, but at least they're admitting it's complicated and that they need to keep talking and adapting.
Okay, so we've got community notes, maybe a free-for-all on certain topics. What about this personalized political content? Isn't that just going to make our biases worse and create those filter bubbles where we only see what we already agree with?
That's the worry. And there's research showing that these algorithms can make things more polarized by creating echo chambers where people only see what confirms their beliefs.
So instead of seeing different views, we just get more of the same, which makes us more sure we're right and less open to other ideas.
Right. It's like a cycle of confirmation bias. And it can really hurt our ability to talk to each other and find common ground.
So maybe personalized content is okay for movies or restaurants, but with politics, it's dangerous.
That's what people are afraid of. Facebook needs to be careful. They have a responsibility to think about what their algorithms are doing and prioritize good conversations over just getting people to click.
But isn't that bad for their business? Don't they make more money when people are glued to their screens, even if it's just to argue?
That's the problem with these platforms. They want to make money, but they also have a big impact on society and democracy.
So how do we fix that? How do we make sure they're doing good and not just making money?
That's the tough question. It's going to take regulation, public pressure, and maybe these companies need to change their priorities.
It sounds like we need to change the whole system.
Maybe. But for now, we need to be aware of how these platforms are affecting us. We need to be critical thinkers. and look for different viewpoints and challenge our own biases.
So we need to become our own fact checkers.
In a way, yeah. We can't just let these platforms decide what we see. We have to take responsibility for what we believe and help create a better online world.
It really does feel like we're at this crossroads, right? Like one path leads to a more open internet, more democratic, where users have more control. But the other path leads to like chaos and maybe even danger.
Yeah, I like that analogy. And the choices we make now are going to decide which path we end up on.
So what should we be looking out for as these changes start happening?
Well, first off, we got to see how these community notes actually work, out in the real world. Will they actually provide balanced context, or will they get manipulated and biased?
And will Facebook be open about how these notes work?
Yeah.
Will users have any way to fight back if they think their notes are being silenced?
Those are really important questions. Transparency and accountability are key if people are going to trust the system. And we got to watch how Facebook handles lifting those restrictions on certain topics. Will they actually be able to moderate those conversations and stop hate speech?
Because like we said, their track record isn't that great.
Right. So we need to see if they've learned from their mistakes and if they have good systems in place to protect people. And of course, there's the whole echo chamber thing with personalized content. Will Facebook try to fix that? Or will they just focus on getting people to click and making money?
It's a lot to keep up with.
It is, but it's important stuff. The
Yeah.
future of online information, maybe even democracy, depends on how this all plays out. And it's not just Facebook. This is happening all over the internet.
So what can we do as individuals
Okay.
to be smarter about the information we see?
The key is to be aware, stay informed about the changes these platforms are making and be critical of what you see online. Don't just believe everything you read. Fact check things before you share them and try to see different perspectives.
So no more sharing those crazy headlines just because they fit our narrative.
Exactly. Slow down, think, and be open to changing your mind. And remember, you have a voice. Talk to people online, support groups, fighting misinformation, and hold these platforms accountable.
So we all need to be more active and involved in the digital world.
Absolutely. The future of the internet isn't set in stone. The choices we make right now will shape it. We can influence these platforms, but we have to do it wisely.
Well said. I think that's a good call to action for all of us to step up and create a better online world. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. It's been a really interesting conversation.
The pleasure was all mine. And to all the listeners out there, stay curious, stay critical, and stay engaged. The future of online information depends on it.